everyone, my name is Jody Robson and I'm here today to bake yogurt barley fruit scones. For this recipe you will need 2 cups of whole grain barley flour, 2 tablespoons of granulated white sugar, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 egg, 1 cup of full fat Greek yogurt, plain, and 1 tablespoon of canola oil. So let's get started, shall we? I have 2 bowls, a large and a medium size. The large bowl will be for my dry ingredients and the medium will be for my wet ingredients. We'll mix them separately and then combine them. So let's start with dries first. So in my large bowl, I'm going to add 2 cups of whole grain barley flour, my sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and trusty wooden spoon. Just mix it all together until it's combined and then set it aside. All right, moving on to the wet ingredients. So in the next bowl, I'm going to combine 1 cup full fat plain Greek yogurt. If you can find the extra thick stuff, I highly recommend it, but if not, the regular Greek yogurt will be fine. Will be just fine. All right, my 1 tablespoon of canola oil. Fun fact, barley is the 4th most produced grain in Canada behind wheat, canola, and corn. All right, and 1 egg. So go ahead and take this. Just beat the egg slightly before adding it into the yogurt mixture. I'm gonna get these out of the way. There we go. All right, so just mix your wets together. Make sure they're all fully combined before adding them into the dries. There we go. It's gonna go ahead and scrape this right into here. I hope that's not too loud. A little bit audible. There we go. And to this, you can add any kind of dry fruit you like. If you want to keep it truly local, you can use dried Saskatoon berries, found in Saskatchewan. I have an option of currants, raisins, and cranberries. I'm going to do the cranberries today. Just go ahead and mix those right on top of the wet ingredients. And then you're just going to bring it all together. Now, barley flour is a high fiber flour and it's wonderful for diabetic people or for people that are concerned about heart health. It's been known to lower cholesterol and also help in digestive issues. You know, they always say fiber is good for you. Well, here you go. All right, so your dough will come together nicely. You're going to take some more flour and coat your hands and then bring it together in a ball before putting it onto a cookie sheet to shape. So I'm just going to get some more flour so I can coat my hands. Be right back. All right, I have some more flour now. I'm just going to coat my hands with it. They'll keep the dough from sticking. Clean off the wooden spoon. Go ahead and pop that over there. Now just bring the dough together with your hands. Oh, I neglected to mention, preheat your oven to 375. We should have did that right at the very beginning. You want it nice and warm before you put the scones in. And grease lightly a baking sheet. Okay, so I have a lightly greased baking sheet right here. And my wonderful ball of dough, which I am dropping everywhere. Get that over there. This is why we flour our hands so it doesn't stick to them. Now just take your ball of dough and you're going to shape it into a nice round circle about 2 centimeters thick. They will puff up as they bake, as there are leaveners in the dough. Oh, barley flour has a very different aroma compared to wheat flours. It's nutty. I can't wait to see how it tastes next to the cranberries. All right, so once you have your circle of dough, just clean up the edges a little bit. Should look like that. We're going to divide it into 6 equal parts. Now, it's rustic baking, so they don't have to be perfect, but try to make them as even as possible because we want them to bake evenly. Just going to use my dough scraper. You can use a knife if you like. Okay, so once you have that, I'm just going to spread these pieces out on the cookie sheet. Baking sheet, cookie sheet. I don't know what to call it. I use it for cookies. I use it for baking. Okay, and I'm just going to rotate that around. You can shape your scones a little bit if you find that they've kind of become a little bit misshapen while you were cutting them or moving them. Just gently ease them back into the way, the look that you want them to have. All right, so we're going to pop these into the 375 preheated oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. All right, I'll see you in a bit. While our scones are baking, I thought I'd take a moment to share with you a little bit more about the barley flour that we use today. So today's barley flour was a whole grain flour, which means it has the bran, the germ, the endosperm, all ground down into a very high fiber, delicious flour. Now, I found that flour at my local grocer in the flour aisle, but if you can't find it in your flour aisle, try your health food aisle or your specialty foods aisle. It may also be found in your bulk stores or your health food stores. So the barley flour that we use today is also found in other products such as pearl barley, which is most commonly seen in beef barley soup, for example. It's a very rounded grain, looks very similar to rice, and it can be cooked just like a rice product. It can be cooked boiled or steamed or slow cooker, even in a rice cooker if you want. And another form of barley that you can now find in the market is your pot barley, which has a more natural kernel shape, tapered ends, and it's larger than your pearl barley, so it will take longer to cook. Either barley flours, once cooked in bulk, can be frozen in an airtight container for up to 3 months. Or used throughout the week, so it's great for make-ahead lunches as well. Anyway, that's a little bit about barley. Welcome back. So after the scones had finished cooking, I placed them on a cooling rack for a bit to cool down, and then I placed them onto a plate for serving. And so you can take a look. You'll see all those wonderful dots of fruit that we have throughout the scone. Beautiful golden bottom, but the real test is the taste. Nice and light and airy. Again, all the fruits. Still steaming. Oh, it smells incredible. So good. The barley flour has a nice nutty flavor, which is a beautiful contrast to the tart and the cranberry that we put inside here. Incredible. I can't wait to enjoy the rest of these. I will share, of course. Enjoy!